Imagine being Cristiano Ronaldo, written off at 41 years old, missing two chances in your first game, generating zero shots on target in 90 minutes, while the entire football world watches and concludes that the end has finally arrived. Imagine reading the headlines, hearing the analysts, feeling the weight of every comparison, every mention of what Lionel Messi did the day before, on the same stage in the same tournament. 3 goals, a hat-trick, at 38, Messi, the day before, the same tournament. And then imagine walking out 6 days later and answering every single one of them in 6 minutes. That is exactly what Cristiano Ronaldo did in Houston on June 23, 2026, against Uzbekistan. In the 6th minute of the match, with one swing of his right foot, the celebration told you everything about what it meant. The SIU, Ronaldo's arms spread, chest out, the declaration of self that has been his trademark for 2 decades, was louder and more raw than usual, not just celebrating a goal, celebrating a rebuttal, celebrating the answer to every question that had been asked about him for 6 days. In that moment, Cristiano Ronaldo became the first player in the history of the FIFA World Cup, male or female, to score in 6 different editions of the tournament: 2006 Germany, 2010 South Africa, 2014 Brazil, 2018 Russia, 2022 Qatar, 2026 United States, 6 tournaments spanning 20 years. To understand what happened on June 23rd, you have to understand what happened 6 days earlier. Portugal against Congo DR. Ronaldo played 90 minutes and generated 0 shots on target. He missed 2 clear chances. The ball went wide both times. Portugal drew 1-1. The headlines about Ronaldo were brutal. Analysts questioned whether Roberto Martinez should drop him. Former players suggested Portugal would be better served without Ronaldo at striker. And beyond the headlines, a deeper narrative was taking hold. That this was not just a bad game. That Ronaldo at 41 had finally reached the end. Ronaldo did not speak to reporters after the Congo DR match. He posted on social media instead, "It wasn't the start we wanted, but this is far from over. Head up and focus on the next game." There is a version of that message that sounds like Ronaldo's defiance, and a version that sounds like a man trying to convince himself. For 6 days, that narrative about Ronaldo had room to breathe. For 6 days, nobody could contradict it with evidence. For 6 days, it settled into the consciousness of football fans around the world as something approaching accepted fact. And then June 23rd arrived. Roberto Martinez made a choice. He kept Ronaldo in the starting lineup despite the calls to drop him. He trusted his captain. He gave Ronaldo the platform to respond. A manager who drops Ronaldo at the first sign of struggle and misses what happened next would not be forgiven. Martinez held his nerve. So did Ronaldo. Portugal were awarded a corner. The ball was swung in from the right. In the 6-yard box, Ronaldo swiveled and smashed the ball beyond the Uzbekistan goalkeeper with his right foot in front of 68,777 people. NRG Stadium, Houston. The 6th minute. Ronaldo became the first player in history, male or female, to score in 6 different World Cups. Messi had scored in 5. Every other player in history had scored in 4 or fewer. This record belongs to Ronaldo alone, and it will belong to him for a very long time. Ronaldo scored twice, his first goal in the 6th minute, his second, a composed clinical finish with only the Uzbekistan goalkeeper to beat, before halftime. At 41 years and 138 days, Ronaldo became the oldest player in the history of the competition to score twice in a single match. Ronaldo now has 10 World Cup goals in total, more than any other Portuguese player in history, surpassing the great Eusebio, who scored 9 goals across 2 tournaments in the 1960s. Ronaldo has scored against Spain 3 times at World Cups, twice against Ghana, twice against Uzbekistan. These were not tap-ins against a weak opponent. Ronaldo's first goal required not just technique, but spatial awareness and explosive movement that most 41-year-old bodies simply cannot produce on demand. Against Uzbekistan, Ronaldo was genuinely, functionally good at the highest level. The conclusion that Ronaldo's Congo DR performance represented irreversible decline missed something important. The best players in history do not decline in a straight line. They decline in a pattern of bad games, interrupted by moments of genuine excellence. Ronaldo has always been this way. Portugal 5-0 Uzbekistan, the most complete Portugal performance of this tournament. 2 goals from Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes scored from a clever free kick routine, an own goal. Rafael Leão from the bench, a completely dominant display from a Portugal side that 6 days earlier had struggled against Congo DR. Ronaldo's international goal tally stands at 145, the most in the history of men's international football, by 23 goals. Messi has 122. The gap between Ronaldo and Messi in this specific record is not close. It has never been close. Nobody has ever done what Ronaldo has done. After the match, Ronaldo spoke to reporters. He said, "I always arrive. Sooner or later, I'm there. It's about continuing the work. I truly believe that God helps those who work hard." That sentence has defined Ronaldo's career. The relentless preparation, the obsessive physical commitment. Congo DR was dark for Ronaldo. The headlines were darker. The narrative was building towards something that felt inevitable. And then Ronaldo arrived, as he always does, sooner or later. This is not just a story about a goal against Uzbekistan. It is a story about what happens when Cristiano Ronaldo is given 6 days to respond. 6 World Cups. To score in 6 of them, you need a career that spans at least 20 active years at the absolute highest level of international football. Pelé played in 4 World Cups and scored in 3. Maradona played in 4 and scored in 3. Zidane played in 3. And now Ronaldo stands alone. Portugal face Colombia in their final group match. Then, if they advance as expected, the knockout rounds begin. The question is no longer whether Ronaldo belongs at this tournament. The Uzbekistan performance answered that. The question is now how far this Portugal squad can go with Ronaldo leading them. The knockout round opponents will not be Uzbekistan. They will press higher. They will mark Ronaldo tighter. They will study him more carefully. But the players who have tried to write Ronaldo off have been wrong more times than they have been right. That is not a coincidence. Ronaldo answered Juventus. He answered Manchester United. He answered the doubters who said he was finished at 35, at 37, at 39. And on June 23, 2026, in Houston against Uzbekistan, he answered the loudest collection of critics he has ever faced in 6 minutes. With the first touch of real quality he was given. Nobody has ever scored in 6 World Cups. Ronaldo has. Nobody else was even close. But I want to hear from you. Do you believe this Portugal squad can go all the way? Can Ronaldo produce this level in the knockout rounds? Or was June 23rd the peak? I read every comment. Subscribe to Memory of the Pitch. We will see you for every moment of what comes next.